Hello student, today we are going to learn the equation of off projectile motion. It's a 4 equation we have. Y is equal to kx square, time of flight and range, instantaneous velocity and angle for instantaneous velocity. These are the 4 equations we are going to learn from the off projectile motion. First we should understand the diagram, then only we are able to do the derivation. Okay, it is x-axis and it is a y-axis. Okay, x-axis, just I fired the gun from the top of the building. Our target is here. Okay, it's a very long distance. Definitely the object is going to come and down, it's going to hit at the ground. Okay, imagine you are throwing one stone horizontally. Okay, it's not going to be horizontal, it's going to make us a projection of projection. Okay, from the top of the building. Okay, so this is height of the building, it is a range of the object can be travel. Okay, and I thrown the object horizontal, but it's going to cross the vertical also. Okay, the x and the y, the time period will be the same. Okay, only time period x axis y axis will be the same, but I given as a velocity at x axis and it's going to get the velocity at y axis also. Y axis initial velocity will be 0. I am not given any velocity at y axis. Okay, I am going to use this concept to derive these 4 equations. Okay, first you should understand the diagram. Okay, we have two resolution, one is a x axis, another one is a y axis. So x axis, first we will do x axis. X-axis, velocity of x-axis is going to be constant. It's going to be constant. When the velocity is constant, acceleration will be 0. There is no acceleration acting at x-axis. Now y-plane, y-axis. So y-axis, initial velocity of y-axis, I am not given any velocity at y-axis. Under gravity, it's towards the ground, it's going to be plus g. Out towards the ground, you can take it as a minus g. It's downwards. Okay, it is plus g. Initial velocity will be 0. This concept only we know from the projectile. Okay, I am going to use the same concept to find the answer. Okay, so now see here, first we will prove the trajectory equation. The object is path is it's a parabola, that I am going to prove. Okay, see, s is equal to ut plus of at square. I am taken like this. First I am taken x-axis, just I am going to substitute as x-axis. We know x-axis displacement, x-axis, this is x-axis, displacement of x-axis will be x. So displacement of x-axis will be x. Only trajectory equation you will take x, otherwise you can take it as the r. So initial velocity of x-axis is constant v times of t plus the acceleration will be 0. Velocity is going to be the constant v naught, acceleration will be 0. Okay, it's going to be 0 times of t square will be 0. So x is equal to v naught times of t. I got velocity at x-axis. From this you can get t is equal to x divided by v naught. I got the equation of time period at x-axis. Okay, x-axis, y-axis, time period will be the same. The same equation you can use for y-axis also. Now y-axis, same equation I am using, s is equal to ut plus of at square. The displacement of y-axis I am taken y. Okay, initial velocity of y-axis, already I said there is no initial velocity of y-axis will be 0. Okay, 0 into t plus of a will be g, acceleration due to gravity, t square. Okay, so y is equal to half times of g t square. Already I said x and y will be the same. T we found. Okay, t is equal to it is x divided by v naught. So x divided by v naught whole square. So y is equal to g divided by 2 x square divided by v naught square, because it's whole square. So g divided by 2 v naught I am taken as a kx square. I am taken k as a g divided by 2 v naught square. Okay, this is what I am taken as a k. So y is equal to kx square. So we proved y is equal to kx square is going to be tell us the off projectile motion. Y is equal to kx square. K is a constant. So it's going to be the off projectile motion. The first equation we derived. Okay, the first equation we derived. This one we derived. Okay, next thing, time of flight. So time of flight. The next second equation. Time of flight is going to be question mark. Okay, so s is equal to ut plus of at square. I am taken as a y plane. Okay, so y axis, just to see the diagram, y axis it's going to be height. Y axis is going to be height. So displacement is going to be height. Initial velocity of y axis, we are not given any initial velocity, it's going to be 0. Time period plus of acceleration will be gravity, acceleration due to gravity, t square, maximum time of flight. So everything I applied in a y-axis. X-axis will be nothing to do because velocity is going to be constant. So h is equal to of g t square. Okay. So we will get like this. S is equal to of g t square. Here s is going to be height. Okay. So 2 I am bringing here, g I am bringing as a denominator. So 2 times of h divided by g is equal to t square. So when we are taken t square, t is equal to root of 2h divided by g. It's going to be the maximum time of flight of the object. Second equation we got time of flight. It's 2h divided by g, root of 2h divided by g. Okay, second equation also we got. Next is the range of projection. Range. So x-axis displacement I am taken as a r. X-axis displacement is a range. Okay. So range I want. Range is this side, horizontal range. Okay. So horizontal velocity is equal to horizontal displacement by time period. It's very simple. Velocity is equal to displacement by time, no? The same, just I made as a small changes. Horizontal velocity is equal to horizontal displacement by time. So time if you are taken here, so horizontal displacement x-axis is going to be range. Range is equal to v naught times of t, velocity times of t. So we know time of flight, already we found time of flight. So it is root of 2h divided by g. It's going to be root of 2h divided by g. We got range of the projection also. Second equation. Now third one, instantaneous velocity. Velocity at particular instant. This point I want what is the velocity. At c, x-axis velocity is going to be constant. So this side velocity is going to be constant, v naught. What is this side velocity? It is y-axis. So v is equal to u plus at. So initial velocity of y-axis will be 0. Now this point at c, I don't know where it is pointing, at any instant. So velocity at the point of c, initial velocity will be 0 plus gt. So velocity at c is equal to gt. If you know time, you can calculate what is the velocity at c. Okay, now we want resultant velocity. The object is moving diagonal side, this side. Okay, we want what is the resultant velocity. So velocity at net value. So I am taken this side is v naught, this side is gt. We want this side. Okay, just I made as like a triangle. Okay, so this side is v naught, this side is gt. Okay, we want this side, v net I am taken, it is a resultant side, it's going to be the alpha, it's going to be opposite gt. This and this will be the parallel. So if you want diagonal side, v net is equal to root of just Pythagoras theorem, v naught square plus gt whole square. So it's going to be root of v naught square plus g square t square as the v net. We got resultant at the point of c. At the point of c, we got what is the resultant velocity. Now angle tan alpha. Tan alpha, why we are taken tan alpha? Because we know opposite and adjacent. No need to use sine cos because we will get hypotenuse side. So opposite is gt, hypotenuse is v naught. So gt by v naught. So alpha is equal to tan inverse of gt divided by v naught. So we got this, it is a velocity at the point of instance and what is the angle of particular instant. This also we got. Okay, thank you for watching my channel. If you like my channel, please subscribe.